Good morning, student. Good morning, Divine Life High School. Myself, Miss Razia, and today we are going to learn a poem. In this video, we are going to see, read, and understand about the poem The Worm, written by Thomas Gisborne. Here you can see the name of the poem is flashed on your mobile screen, The Worm, written by Thomas Gibson. I request all the students to take out your textbook and remove 2.3, the poem The Worm. Here, in this poem, you can see this green color on the your right hand side, the insect. Can you see? This small insect is called worm. Again, I repeat, if you see on my right hand side, you can see a small green insect. That insect is known as worm. So what this worm do? They walk slowly from one place to another. They don't care about anyone. They just move and walk slowly. But we human being also don't care about these small creatures. We hate them. While walking, we just crush them under our legs or under the vehicles. We don't care about their life. So, in this poem, the poet tells us that these small creatures, they also have the right to live in this world. Not only our human being lives are important, valuable, but their life is also important. They are also been created by God. God also had created them, so they are also having the rights to survive in this world. So how beautifully the poet explained this poem, The Worm. Let's see. So here is the first paragraph flashed on your mobile screen. I'll read for you and then I'll explain you line by line. Turn, turn the hasty foot aside, nor crush that helpless worm. The frame the scornful look deride, required a god to form. So here in the very first line, turn the hasty foot aside. So here the insect is telling us turn while the human being are walking. When we walk on the road, children, we don't look down what is being crushed under our feet. We just keep on walking. We just look front and we just keep on walking. We don't see whether there is an insect under us or ant or any other small creatures that been crushed by our legs. We just don't care about it. But here the worm is telling turn. That it has been telling to us, to a human being, turn the hasty means quickly. The human beings are in a hurry, they walk very quickly, so hasty here means quickly. Foot means leg, so turn your foot aside means turn your direction. The worm is telling, please turn your direction, nor crush that helpless worm. Don't crush that helpless. That worm is really helpless. It can't shout, it can't say you that please I'm under your feet. Can the worm say like that? They are speechless, so they are helpless as well as speechless. So and they walk very slow, so they can't say to us that please you just see, look down and then walk. So here the worm is telling turn to us. The worm is telling to us, you just turn your hasty feet, the feet which you are walking very fastly, from the leg which you are walking very fastly, please turn your leg little bit, because under your leg I am being crushed, I am getting crushed, so please turn your foot. The frame the scornful look deride. The frame here, the frame here means and the frame is there, photo frame is there. So here frame here in the sense worm, frame here in the sense is worm. The frame the scornful look deride. So don't look at us. Scornful means hatefully. Don't look at us hatefully. Don't express your deride means show your hateness. See children, when we see some insect, we just don't like any types of insect. If you see earthworm down, do you like that earthworm? No, you just hate that earthworm. You just crushed by your leg, or you just get aside from there. You just hate those creatures. So here the worm is telling, the frame the scornful look deride. Don't look at us hatefully. just don't express your hateness on us, required a God to form. As you are being created by God, God has created you, same way we are also been created by God. So we are been formed by God, God has created us. So if God has not shown us hateness, why you are showing hateness to us? So please don't look at us with your hateness, don't express your hateness on us. So did you understand this first paragraph? In this first paragraph, the worm is telling, the insect is telling to us, turn the hasty foot aside. When you are walking, you are very fast. So please turn your leg aside, turn your foot aside, because under your foot we are getting crushed. We are getting crushed. And you just look at us. Please don't look at us in a angry way, in a hateness, because we are also been created by God. Require a God to form means God has created us. When God has created us, God has created you also. We don't look at you with a hateness, so you also please don't look at us in a hateness form. Let's see the next paragraph. The common Lord of all that move from whom the bean flowed, a portion of his boundless love on that poor worm bestowed. So here the common Lord of that all moves. So here the insect is telling the common Lord. Lord here means God. God is only one. Common God is there. Who has created human being also? Who has created this small creatures also? This small worm also. So common Lord is there. Common God is there who has created both men as well as these small creatures. Here it shows the common Lord of all that moves from whom the flowed, the being flowed. The being flowed means you and us. What the insect is telling, you and us are being created by the same Lord, by the same God. Same God has created you also. Same God has created me also. Flowed means has created us. A portion of his boundless love on that poor worm bestow. And God, when he has created human being, the God has loved human being a lot. That's why he has created human being. Same way God loved these small creatures also. A small portion of his love. Boundless love here means love, unlimited love. So a portion of God love. God has also given his portion of love to this poor worm bestow. Bestowed means given, a gift of life. So God has also shown his boundless love, a portion of his love on this poor creature also. So this is what the worm wants to tell you. What the worms want to tell you, that you also and I also, both are being created by Lord, by the same Lord. And how the Lord loves you also, same way the portion of his love, the portion of God's love has been bestowed on us, has been given to us also. We are poor creature and God has loved us also. As God loved you also, God loved us also. That's why he has created us. I hope you have understand the first two paragraph very well. Let's see the next one. The sun, the moon, the star he made. Now, who made the sun, the moon, the star? We human being? No. This all is been created by the God. God has created the sun, the moon, the star. He made to all his creature free. And this sun, moon, star, this been provided to human being also, and this same thing is been provided to the worm also. Why? Because God has sent on this earth human being also, and God has sent on this earth worm also. So to both of them God has given the beauty like sun, moon and star. So these three things are made for men also, and these three things are made for this creature also, free to enjoy them. And spread over earth the grassy blade for worm as well as thee. And God, what the God had spread, God has sent us on this earth. Earthy means earth. God has sent us on this earth. On top of the earth, what is there, children? Grass is there. This earth is covered by grass. So on this earth, God has sent us human being also, and God has sent these small creatures also on this earth. for worm as well as the worm also. God has created worm also, as well as the means God has created human being also. So here the poet Thomas Gisborne says that the sun, the moon, the star, he made to all his creature free. He made means God made. God made this sun, moon, star for both men as well as for the small insects. God has sent men on this earth, on this grassy blade. On this grassy blade here means on the land, on the grassy land. God has sent human being also. God has sent these insects also. For worm as well as thee. For worm, God has sent on this earth worm also. God has sent on this earth human being also. So God has not made any difference between those men, human being and this creature. Both is being created by God. Here in the last paragraph, let them enjoy their little day, their lowly bliss received. Oh, do not lightly take away the life thou canst not give. Very beautifully said by Thomas Gisborne. Let them enjoy their little life. Now we don't know, we human being also take birth in this world, and we also don't know when we are going to die. What is our time period, what is our life period, how much we are going to survive, we human being also have no idea. So same way here, these small creatures, they are also having a short lifespan, a very short life period they are having. So let them enjoy their little life, let them enjoy their life in that little day. Their lonely bliss received, that lonely bliss means humble joy. Let them enjoy, let them simply enjoy that little day. Let them move here and there, let them live their life completely. This is what Thomas Gisborne said. Oh, do not lightly take away the life thou canst not give. So here you don't take their life away, you don't kill them. Here Thomas Gisborne is telling that we human being, we don't take care about those worms, about those small creatures. What we do, if we see those small creatures, we get hate, we just try to kill them by throwing stones or hitting by something or crushing under our legs. So we just want to kill them. So here the poet is telling that don't kill this small creature. Why? Because you had not given them life. Who has given the life to the creature? The God. God has given the life to this small creature. So when God has given the life to these small creatures, He has only the right to take their life, not we human being. Getting? If we have given the life to these small creatures, we can kill them. But we don't have given the life to this small creature. Who has given the life to the small creatures, to the small worm? God has given the life to this small worm. So do not lightly take away. So we human being don't have the right to kill this worm. The life that we can't give them back. If we kill them, do we have that power to give them again life? To make them alive? No, na. So if we don't have that power to make them alive, we should not take the life of the worm. This has been said by Thomas Gisborne. Beautifully said. So in this poem contains 4 paragraphs. In every paragraph, the poet has beautifully expressed that both human being and worm is been created by God, and God has created this both of the creatures, and we don't have any rights to harm them, to hate them, to criticize them, to kill them. We don't have any right. They are also been created like us, so they are also have the right to live their life freely and enjoy their life, because we don't know how much short time they are going to survive, short time they are going to live. So let them live their life, and let we enjoy our life without harming each other, without harming each other. So here, children, if you see in the first paragraph, I'm just coming in recap back again. Here in the first paragraph, what is been said, that turn the hasty foot. Here telling that we human being, when we walk very fastly. So you just turn your foot. Why? Because under your foot the small creature will get crushed. Crushed means get killed. Okay. The frame this corful look derived required a god to form. Don't look at us. Don't look on us like a hateful way. Hateful. Don't look at us on a hateful manner. Don't show your hateness, because we are also created by God as you are created by God. जैसे आपको गॉड ने बनाया है वैसे ही हमें भी गॉड ने बनाया है. सो यू डोंट शो योर हेटनेस ऑन अस. तुम अपनी नफरत हम पे मत निकालो. दिस इज वॉट बीन सेड बाय दिस worm in the first paragraph. In the second paragraph, the worm says that beautifully that both you and I, both human being and the worm is been created by same God. Only one God is there who has created this creature as well as human being, and he has sent both of us on the earth. A portion of his love. Whose love? God. God has shown his boundless love. God has shown his love on this small creature also. Bestowed means given. So in this second paragraph, it's been said that the same God is there who has created human being also, who has created this small insect also. And how God love we human being, same way the God love this small creature, shown his love on these small creatures. Now you know that the sun, the moon, the star, all this is been created by God. So God has given all this gifted to human being also and to this insect also to enjoy on this earth. God has sent on this earth both men and insect. So let them enjoy the beauty of the God. So what is the beauty of the God? The sun, the moon, the star. This is all the beauty of God, which God has given the human being also as well as the worm also to enjoy. And here in the last paragraph, it is beautifully said that let them enjoy their life. Let the worm enjoy their life. Don't disturb them. Don't kill them. Why? Because you don't have the right to kill them. Why? Because you have not given them life. You have not created them. Who has created them? God has created them. And only God has have the right to kill those small creatures. So you don't kill if you can't give them alive. So this is what been there in this poem, The Worm. I hope you have understand this poem, The Worm, beautifully. And the poet of this poem is Thomas Gisborne. On every paragraph down to that, in a red letter, the meaning is been given. I want you to write those meaning in your notebook. Here student, just have a recap of all the 4 paragraphs. Read that whole paragraph. Come on, in 2 minutes, read the whole paragraph. Hope student you have read that all 4 paragraph. First of all, you have to write the poem, The Worm, in your notebook one time. Down to that, you have to write the meaning which is there in the textbook as well as the meaning which is been given on every paragraph in this video. That also you have to note it down in your English notebook. Now what are the question answer related to this poem we will discuss now. And this question answer also you have to write it down in your English notebook. So here it's a warm up. Warm up comes, I read. Think and write down how the following creatures can be useful. So now these are the creatures, these are the insect, the worm I said. Dragonfly, spider, ant, honeybee, earthworm. These all are what? Worms. So now what this creature do? What dragonfly do? It eat mosquito and fly. So what the dragonfly do? It eats mosquito and fly. Spider, what the spider do? It keep the population of insect under control. Ant, from ant what you learn? Teamwork, hard work, patient. The ant always work together. They continuously keep on working, doing hard work. So that from them we learn these things. Honey bee, they help to get honey. From honey bee what we get? Honey. Earthworm, they help to make the land fertile. So here the answer has been flashed on your mobile screen. You have to write this also in your notebook. So see the next one. Little creature in the nature can also be your teacher. Think and write what we learn from the following. So from this creature what we learn, what we try to get from this creature, what we have to learn from them From bee, yes, absolutely. From bee, honey bee. They collect the honey and they make a honeycomb, honey web. So from them we have to learn hard work. How hard work they do? We have to do the same type of hard work to get success. And we should never lose courage and should live in unity. Ant always lives in group, in unity. So from ant we learn that we should live in unity. Spider, it takes time to climb up our dream, but it is not impossible. Spider takes time to build that web. That web is very light, but nothing is impossible, it tells us. Caterpillar, they face difficulty to become a butterfly. So caterpillar is a small green insect, so it is take very hard to change into a beautiful butterfly. So patience is required for this. This is also the answer. You have to write it down in your notebook. So here, live and let live is a famous proverb. Jio or jeene do. In Hindi, if you can say Jio or jeene do, what you understand by this proverb? Let them enjoy this little day. Oh, do not take their life away. Turn the hasty foods aside. The leave thou can't not give. So live and let them live. Leave this. Let them enjoy this small creature. Don't take their life. If you take the life, you don't have the rights to give them back. So let them enjoy their lives. Live and let them live. Here the next one. Does the poet urge us to protect only warm? What is the general message conveyed through this poem? So from this poem, what the poets want to tell? Only to protect worm. Insects ko bachao. That message only you will get in this poem. No, more message you get. See here. Though the poem is about the worm, the general message is that God has created all the creature on earth, big and small, and every creature has a role to play. All beings have equal rogged out the bounties of the earth. No one can take away a life that he cannot give. So here the message of this whole poem is that everyone, whether it's a small or whether it's a big, whether it's a small creature or whether it's a big creature, both have been created by God. God has created them. Bounties means gift, reward. God has created these beautiful things on the earth, and only He has the right to take their life, and no one has the right to take anyone's life. This was the message of this poem. Now this is what the appreciation of the poem. So heading, what you will write? The heading of this you will write appreciation. APPRECIATION. Appreciation of the poem. This heading you will write, and under this heading these points you will write. Clear, children? The topic you will give what? Appreciation of poem, and under that topic you have to write these points. Poem and poet. What is the poem name? The Worm, written by Thomas Gisborne. Theme: respect every creature. Tone: serious and provoking in imperative. Imperative means order form is given. Seriousness is there. Don't kill the animals. Structure and sentence: four paragraph, 4 lines are there in 4 paragraph. Rhyming scheme comes A B C D and so on. So this is the way mentioned. The continue point is the language. The language is used, it's archaic language, and there is not any imaginary line. This is not imaginary line. This is original line, which is the fact. Figure of speech used here is, you can see repetition is there, exclamation is there, as well as what you can see apostrophe is there. So like this figure of speech is also used in this poem. Hope you have understand this poem well, and I want you to go through this poem once again, read it, understand it, write all the question answers in your English notebook, and if you have any doubt you can message me on my personal number, but you have to complete the notes and submit it to me today before 6 p.m. Hope student you understand what I explained to you. These are the questions are there which you have to write it down in your English notebook. Have a good day, student. Stay home, stay blessed.